Hey y'all, welcome back to Healing Out Loud with Elisa Houston. Or if you're new here, welcome. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure that you check out the previous videos. Y'all, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to title these videos just yet for the Sunday sessions or, the Sunday videos that I have with you guys. But drop it down below and give me some title ideas, some topic ideas, some things that you want me to talk about on the channel with you guys on Sundays. Um, it's wash day, so that's why y'all see the Felicia braids. But so I was gonna pull the self love deck cards with you guys every Sunday, but I was like, let me mix it up sometimes and just trying to find my way with this, guys. Do something different, switch it up, just have normal conversation, regular conversations, which those are conversation starters. So I do have conversations with you guys when I pull them, but I don't want to pull those every Sunday with you guys. Sometimes I just want to sit and chat, or like I said, get topic ideas from you guys, address questions that you guys put in the comments and things like that. And I just thought that today I would let you guys know how this healing journey has been for me, what it's looked like for me, and how important this journey is for me and why. So I have suffered many great losses, and I've always been taught or have been seeing, you know, the women in my family just kind of be strong and, not really break. I've seen, some breakdowns, but it wasn't normalized in my family to really just deal with things in a healthy way. I guess I can say that I never really, all I saw was, when we suffered losses, of course, when we had hardships in family, like all the women knew to do were to pick up and keep going. That's all I saw. So that's what I learned, and that's what I did as I got older. Um, and as I've experienced life, as I've experienced loss, trauma, hardships in life, I started to learn as I got older, and it wasn't until my 30s that I actually realized, that I had to heal from a lot of things, and I had to put in the work. So that's exactly how Healing Out Loud came about, because like I mentioned in some of my previous videos, a lot of times we're not necessarily ashamed of what we go through, maybe embarrassed a little bit of different situations and different things. But then I realized, like, the more that I lived and the more that I, started to heal myself, the content that was out there, the videos and things that were out there, and the more that I started to open up, the more I realized that a lot of people go through things. Everyone may not publicly express what they're going through or what they've gone through, and they still may not. But I've learned, like, for me, I learned that my healing journey is necessary to be publicized, and that's why I'm here, because I feel like there are so many people in need. And today I'm just going to be talking with you guys about what my healing journey has looked like thus far. And just to name some things, I jotted down some things the other day of all the things that, all the ways that my healing journey has looked for me. And it's been scary. It's been confusing. there's been a lot of pain. There's been some disbelief. There's been truth seeking and truth finding. There's been a lot of anger, frustration, as I've mentioned time and time again, isolation, toxicity, um, a lot of guarding my heart. There's been betrayal. There has been distrust, a lot of masking of pain, and especially in the beginning of my healing journey, I masked a lot of pain. There's been a lot of numbness, a lot of me being easily triggered, um, insomnia, a feeling of having to always fix everything and everyone. There's been a ton of guilt. It's been difficult for me to set boundaries at one point in time. Um, there's been some impatience, and there's been a lot of, or there was a lot of putting myself last often because I did that a lot. Um, but since I began the healing journey, I am learning to love myself again. I am learning to forgive myself. I am learning to how necessary it is to create boundaries and to stick to those boundaries. Um, I am no longer operating out of a toxic space, but out of a healthy space. Um, there's still pain, and I think that I know that there will always be pain surrounding, you know, a lot of the losses, the trauma, and things like that I've gone through. Um, I feel like I am less easily triggered these days, and if I am triggered, then I'm learning ways to get back to my higher self. Um, and it's taken me less time than before since I began the healing journey. Um, I no longer feel obligated to have to fix everything and everyone. That was something huge for me, y'all, for many, many years. I always felt like I had to fix every situation that was going wrong. I always felt like I had to fix everyone, give everyone a word of advice, show everyone the way to begin to heal, to, you know, um, begin to have better days in their lives for themselves. But I am learning on this journey, y'all. I am really, truly learning that everyone has to get to a point of healing on their own. You know, for me, a lot of times I would see the progression that I was making throughout my healing journey, and I wanted that for so many others. But I had to learn that they have to want it for themselves. They have to want to begin a healing journey. They have to want to, heal themselves. And a lot of times that looks scary. It can look scary for many people because, number one, you're having to look in the mirror at yourself. I just had a conversation with my husband about this the other day. You have to, on your healing journey, you have to face yourself. You have to face the ugly truth sometimes of how you're even in a space of healing. A lot of times, we don't even create the situations that we have to heal from, or the things that we don't create it. But I strongly believe that your healing is your responsibility. And so you can run from healing for weeks, months, years, but that's just going to further delay your healing process, you know. Um, and so you can keep running and keep running and keep running so that you don't have to face you know, a lot of ugly truths. Um, and I realized on my healing journey that was what some of the people that I know have been doing. You know, it's hard to face that. It's hard to face that truth sometimes. But if you really and truly want to heal, you want to get to a happier and a healthier space, then you're going to put in that work. You're going to do it by any means. Like, you're going to, you know, everyone's start of their healing journey is not going to look the same. It's not going to look the same. For me, my healing journey, my faith was tested, y'all, strongly tested, years ago, to where I stopped believing. And I'm not ashamed to admit that, you know. This is my truth. This is just what my healing journey started out as, you know. I questioned a lot of things, religion. I questioned God. You know, I was angry with God for so many years. And on that journey, I started to looking into ways to self-heal. And the beginning of that process for me looked like meditation and yoga is where I really started to deep dive into getting to know myself better, getting to know my body better, you know, getting to know myself better. And that was a journey. And I feel like, you know, maybe I did go through the testing of my faith, the testing of my belief, so that I could dig deeper and truly find myself, because it was through meditation and yoga, you know, really becoming one with my mind, you know, my mind, body, spirit really became one throughout that process. And it was looking back, it was amazing. It was beautiful. And I really started to put myself first throughout that process, you know, in the beginning of time. I started to make time to care for my body, to tend, you know, to my body with the yoga classes. And those that know me know I've been so introverted for so long. So for me to go to a yoga class was huge for me. It was actually my employer offered yoga classes. If you were employed, you were able to go to the classes. I believe it was once a week or something like that. Anyways, a friend of mine joined me and we were going to yoga class every week for, it was probably about a year. And then I started doing yoga at home, of course, throughout that time. And not only is it beneficial for your physical health, but mentally as well. You actually take the time to sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts, you know. And I started to journal a lot more. Even though I journaled as a child, my mom would buy me diaries. You know, when you were younger, you were into the diaries. I even had the one that had like the little lock on it with the key. And I'm like, even though I wasn't really talking about anything, like, why am I locking this up now that I look back? But I started journaling as a young child. And so I do a lot of journaling now. And it is such a huge release for me, because a lot of times, you know, when you're on a healing journey, you're not really comfortable with discussing some of the things that you go through with other people. And so for me, it is just a huge relief just to be able to write that stuff down and just get it off my mind. You know, I've even gotten to a point where sometimes I would do what I call a release ceremony, where all of the things that I would go through or that I felt that were negative, I would write it down and I would burn it as to release it, you know, and to not dwell on it. So I do a lot of journaling. I may journal first thing in the morning when I wake up. I may journal at night before I go to bed. But I do a lot of journaling, and it has helped me tremendously. I do recommend that if you don't journal, sometimes just start journaling down your thoughts. It's amazing to see transformation throughout your healing journey. And for me, when I go back and look at some of the spaces that I've been in, I'm just like, man, thank God, that I've come this far, that I've grown mentally, and that I'm healing. So I just kind of wanted to talk to y'all today about, where I'm at, even though it's not Wednesday, what my healing journey has looked like. And I think I may do a part 2 to this as well. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, let me know. Let me know your experience with healing down below. And if you want to see a part 2 to this, if you want me to dive deeper, then I will. Just let me know below. Until next time, y'all. Peace and love.